Big Mom's house. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah.
Welcome back to Big Mama's house, y'all. It is Mama and Papa here again today with
Hi-yo.
our review of Welcome to Plathville, Season 2, Episode 8. Next episode is the finale for the season, so it should be getting good here, you'd think, right? It's kind of
We're
interesting.
getting closer to the current day.
You look at more like the broad things, and I'm more the micro picky person. So that's why I enjoy it, because sometimes I miss the big view by looking at all the little things, you know? And so it starts out Micah, Mariah, Max, and Micah's friend Sarah Lynn, I think it was. She's talking about how she was also homeschooled, conservative family.
Where do you find these people?
They have a homeschool community.
Oh.
Yeah, they all is a thing, and about how she ended up talking to her parents and her going to college
Your dad
and
one or two, yeah.
yeah, and and it's kind of again spurns that idea into Mike or Mariah's head that she wants to go to college, and I'm thinking that maybe after seeing the price and what you have to do to get in there, and she still has to get her GED in order to go.
Yeah.
So that's just gonna see like how bad do you want it, Mariah?
Well, see, I
Work for
I
it.
don't understand parents that do not want their kids. Not being able to afford it's one thing,
Yeah.
but just outright saying, no, we don't want you to college. I don't understand that at all.
A lot of these ultra conservative homeschool religious families don't believe that women should work because they belong in the home and it's the man's place to go out.
Yeah, they're called Amish. Okay.
Well, no, there's a lot of other conservative people that believe
I just
that
don't
way.
understand that. I don't understand the Fred Flintstone caveman
The women's
beliefs.
movement never happened for those people.
And I just don't. I will never understand it, and I don't.
And that's I'm glad you don't think that way.
And I know,
You
I
know?
know we're both on the same page with that. I do know that. But I'm hoping that whoever listens out there, if they have any comments about it, can explain it better to me and try to explain it to me as why I should just be impartial about the situation, because I don't think there's anything in the Bible. Okay, I've never read the Bible, all right, but I've never heard of anything.
Nor have you really been in church.
Okay, exactly, but I've never heard anything where the woman has to stay at home.
But I don't know. It's something about the man's the head of the family or something, and the wife is
Yeah, the '60s are over. Okay, there's no more Ward and June Cleaver families, because first of all, you can't afford to have a Ward and June Cleaver family. First of all,
not very often.
all right, so you need to have 2, 3, jobs or some means of money.
Yeah.
You know, to survive. So I just don't understand a father or a mother's belief as far as not letting their kids. I mean, if you can't afford it, that's one thing. But just saying no, you
just
can't.
saying no is because she's a girl. That was the issue.
It doesn't matter if it's a girl or boy.
I
opinion.
agree. What did you think of Ethan's impersonation of a drug dealer? Like, hey man, you want some dope, man?
It's the same. It's the same. It's a stereotype.
I love
You're
Ethan.
you're
He's so funny and so honest and like just
like whispering in the back dark alley.
yeah.
You know.
But I do not think it was cool of Olivia to offer him a quote unquote gummy bear when she knew very well it was a weed gummy. And thankfully he noticed and didn't take it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was very cool at all.
Olivia's just bad. She's just a heel. That's all there is to it. She's just not a nice person.
I'm going to point out the differences between Ethan and Olivia throughout this episode. Ethan says he needs to be more of what Olivia needs him to be.
So not somebody he wants to be, but somebody Olivia needs him to be.
Constantly changing to suit her.
That's not a marriage.
And then they're off on a little retreat at Joshua Tree, which she made fun of him for.
Well, that was last episode. That was 7.
Well, no, but it continued.
Well, yeah, that's true. In the beginning, exactly.
And Ethan had set up the surprise, but he didn't realize it was a sex therapist, and he didn't know what it was. He just heard sexy homework. I don't think they
have an issue with that area being 22.
Well, no, I don't think so
Yeah.
either. And when they were on the way there, because it was a surprise, Olivia actually believed that Ethan
Mm-hmm.
would set up some hoodoo or voodoo
That's what I was like,
situation.
voodoo.
I was like, what kind of, that's the weirdo paranoia that she's got going
And
on.
this voodoo's not common in California, is it?
That's what I was like, they're not in Louisiana.
Yeah, they're not.
They're
Yeah.
not in the
I
Caribbean
mean,
or something.
I'm not, familiar with California very much. So maybe there are parts of California that are voodooish. I don't know.
But I don't know.
I mean, if there's any people that are listening and want to comment and let me know yes or no,
Where's the voodoo, y'all?
that'd be awesome. But we're only, I mean, it is the most popular in Louisiana, as far
Or
as
well known.
well
Yes.
known, exactly.
So their Tantra is sex positions
Yes.
and things like that. And Ethan, his big thing he wanted to learn was how a woman thinks and what she needs. So again, basically, he just wants to understand Olivia.
Yes, and he's at the wrong spot for that.
And Olivia just wanted Ethan to enforce boundaries more. What other boundaries are there?
Well,
There no
everybody,
contact, cut off completely. What more do you fucking want? Do you want him to go and stab them in their sleep?
as everybody knows already, in episode 9, we find it out. But yeah, I would have left her by now. There's no way.
I just
I mean that
everything that Ethan is saying that he's wanting and trying to do is about making Olivia happy.
that sexy work must be really impressive for him to keep it.
Right? And all Olivia talks about is how she wants Olivia or Ethan to change.
I mean,
I'm just like, what about Olivia's growth? What about what Ethan needs?
I don't think it takes much for sexy games, right, for Ethan, because he finds a pair of chopsticks attractive. Okay,
Oh, funny.
but I just, I don't, I know everybody knows, and down the road this marriage doesn't work out. But I think this is just with her trying to change him drastically,
Constantly.
every day, every hour of the day is just getting old. I wish we'd done these podcasts as the episodes are doing,
I know, right?
so they could listen to me and maybe change and the
Pain
whole.
ruined my entire life for a few years.
But it's just, I don't know. I don't agree with that whole marriage at all.
Well, and then, during their little session, Ethan says he regrets that he didn't stick up for her more.
And then they bringing that crap up again.
And Olivia cries some more. And then when asked what this stuff is bringing up in her, she said she doesn't want to have her not being in control of what happens to me. Something happened to her, and I'm really starting to wonder if it's an SA situation because of the deep always being afraid of not being in control of what happens to her.
Yeah, we gotta watch our
being in control. But I mean, I'm thinking psychologically, mentally.
Yeah.
What are the reasons why she keeps saying these random things? Because it doesn't really make sense. And when they're in the driveway and she felt humiliated, I still don't understand that. But she keeps throwing up that Ethan didn't say anything. And she says, well, Ethan is trying to learn what hurts her. And
everything.
She's trying to rebuild the trust with him. Lady, what trust was broken? Because he didn't, again, throw his father down the driveway and stab him to death and be like, you have insulted my wife, you must die.
For the last time.
And it's like, what does she expect?
And I don't even think he insulted her.
I don't see it either. And again, I wish someone out there would let us know why is this such a horrible thing. I'm more honest. I'm more real though. If I said, dude, I think you've got some blind spots. You're missing some glaring things here. But I would have continued and said what they were. Maybe he did at the time and it was cut out. Maybe there's more to that conversation. Something's going on that we're not seeing everything about that driveway.
We're looking at it middle-aged people point of view. I want a younger person, a early 20s, mid-20s person to comment their point of view and let us know.
I've asked the girls whenever I originally saw it.
That's our girls though.
And they didn't see anything wrong with it either.
I see it's our girls. I'm
But
talking
they're
about
used to
somebody.
me.
Yeah, somebody else.
Right? Yeah, we need outside opinions because I maybe we are just looking at it.
Even if there's a middle-aged person out there that doesn't.
Anybody who has a different opinion.
Doesn't matter who it is. If you have a different opinion, let us know.
Okay, and then the next segment, it has all the M's. It's Micah, Mariah, Max, and then their friend Sarah Lynn.
Not all the M's. There's an S in there.
Right. And then they're going kayaking. And Mariah, after hearing the story of Sarah Lynn and her mom and how things, got better with them, that it gives her hope that for her and her mom.
I think her and her mom are okay now.
Yeah, it seemed that way, doesn't
It's
it?
like a logical thing with Mariah.
And then, okay, this is just a personal note, y'all. They were kayaking. They just saw gators. And then they're like, oh, let's climb this tree right here and jump in the river. And I'm like,
Didn't they do that first? Oh, no. That's the guys did it first. Then they went kayaking. Then they all did it. Okay, I remember that now.
I'm just like, you just saw freaking gators in the water.
Yeah, big ones. That one was a pretty big one.
Like, I don't, okay. And I understand Mariah wants to learn to skydive and that free falling for her, that was exciting. But you are nothing but like a chew toy to a gator. You're tiny.
Yeah. You're an appetizer.
Yeah, like, dude, I hope there was like something there for protection. I was seriously concerned for
Like
your
somebody had a
safety.
tranquilizer gun somewhere.
Something, man. And then when they were back with Olivia and Ethan, of course, they were back in their little session, and they had to say what they appreciate, so something they appreciate about the other one that they really value. And Ethan says, or Olivia says, Ethan's sense of humor.
She doesn't appreciate a sense of humor sometimes.
It actually says it's annoying sometimes.
Her, yes.
And Ethan,
what do you think she'd come up with?
Wasn't able to say anything, and the therapist was like, "Well, what is Olivia to you?" And he says, "Everything." And I was like, "Oh." And then immediately Olivia goes, "Hang on." She says, "That's not good. You need something. You need to be something outside of me." And I'm like, he was something outside of you for 20 years, and now you're changing him into Ethan 2.0. So how is he supposed to be outside of you if he's constantly trailing you, trying to figure out what you want and what you need him to be?
Yeah,
Were
he
his words.
He can't be himself. He has to be somebody else around.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, Ethan was right about the stone dildo. Olivia was wrong.
He is so whooped though.
Oh yeah, and he does. Yeah,
He's whooped.
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
You might win the episode for that one.
2 in a row.
Right?
Wow.
Gonna make a habit here.
That's a winning streak.
And then I really
league.
want to look into this modeling agency. Because I've never heard of it, and they say it's the fastest growing agency in the world. And
Are we familiar with modeling agencies?
Exactly. So I was just curious,
Yeah.
like who they really are.
Did you?
No, I'm going to, because we just watched it. And
Yeah.
we like to do our reactions immediately after we watch the episode so that it's fresh and we don't have a chance to talk about stuff before we get to you guys. So, and then Olivia, of course, has to show off her photography, whatever. And being as controlling as she is, of course she's going to be a good photographer.
Yeah, I think she did
because she finally gets people to do exactly what she wants, and they can't say anything about it.
Or two.
Yeah, she's 100% the boss.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Ethan surprises her afterwards with a champagne picnic, and Olivia says that they've worked through a lot on this trip. It's been like a week?
I still don't know.
A week?
I don't know.
And they're a step closer to being healthier and happier.
Do you know what she did? She made him like California. Because I think he actually liked California. Nobody likes the traffic. I don't care where you live.
Right, no.
Nobody likes traffic. But
we live in small town USA, and you hate the traffic.
I hate the traffic, yeah. I'm on a little highway. But it's just, I don't know. She's brainwashed him.
It does seem very, a little creepy sometimes. Yeah.
Stuff, yeah.
So then, it shows Micah and Mariah at little Joshua's grave. And
this is the saddest part of the whole season right here.
And they wonder what life would have been like had he lived.
Up to date.
And they wish that Ethan was there. I mean, he's their big brother. I mean, you'd think that you could put aside your nonsense.
Oh, he's in California right now. At that point in time, I believe. I think he's still in California, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what the timeline is.
Exactly.
But according to the show, he's still in California when they're doing that.
Possibly, yeah. And then Barry and Kim and all the other kids arrive.
just don't know.
And Lydia tells the horrible story from her point of view that
And,
day.
and I didn't want to hear it. And I just can't believe they made, I don't know if they made her or if she just volunteered, but either way, it just wasn't healthy. I mean, it might have been healthy for her to let it out again,
Hmm.
you know, but to relive it again in her head, you know,
Well,
it's
here's
just
the
horrible.
thing.
It's just horrible.
Then, Kim was talking about her year of grief afterwards. Obviously, can't even imagine.
Mm.
And she was reading from her memory journal, which I think is great because a lot of people in that grief.
And she said she wanted to die, which
Oh,
I
well,
don't know
yeah.
what mom wouldn't.
I could
You know,
definitely
or what person
100%.
over did was in that situation one.
But she wrote down actual little memories of him so that it wouldn't be forgotten over the years. And I thought that was great. Um, but none of them dealt with his death. I
No.
mean, there was like
I think the
all but
mom,
the youngest three, I think, were born.
Kim,
So there was seven little kids. One just got hurt and passed.
Mhm.
Mom's oblivious to everything for however long. I don't even know if she's able to continue with caring for the kids at this point, doing household work. I don't know. I mean,
Barry had to be strong.
so my question is, how did Barry help? Did he get her a doctor, therapy, a nanny, a housekeeper? I mean, did he? How did he help her?
Off. Maybe he was off for that time.
A
You know,
year?
I mean, maybe he quit his job because of it.
And
Maybe some employers out there are nice. Not all employers are assholes. So, or
well,
maybe he
we
quit.
just never met any, but I'm sure maybe that unicorn job out there exists.
I just don't know, and I don't really want to know. I don't want them to go in depth in this storyline anymore. You know, because
It is very, very sad.
it is. It's probably the saddest storyline in reality.
And you
TV
can
ever.
tell that for all of them, that pain is still raw.
Yeah.
Which means none of them have ever dealt with
I don't
it.
think Barry has, you know, because he was trying to be strong for Kim.
Yeah.
Trying to be strong for the little kids too. So, and just in that interview that he was talking there, it's still fresh with him because
Yeah.
I don't. You're never not gonna say anything, talk about it without crying. The Kim and Barry, anytime somebody brings it up, they're gonna cry.
Yes.
Okay. Lydia, same thing. Because Lydia was in that car, she's seen it happen. But it's just
Mariah, you find out later, was outside the car and saw it happen.
yeah. I don't know. I don't want to even.
I mean, they all need to go to grief counseling.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. See,
I thought
I think Olivia might be good for this family because it distracts them from that.
But again, distraction or escaping from it is not dealing with it, and that's how shit, gets buried in a family and nothing ever gets talked about or dealt with,
Yeah.
and that's not healthy. A short escape like a baseball game or a football game is one thing, but constantly escaping into the new just to escape your past is not healthy.
Yeah.
And that's what Olivia is trying to do. She's escaping into the new and not dealing with the past at all.
Well, maybe she will.
I thought it was very cute that they left ducks for Joshua's grave. And everyone.
Barry put a beard on one.
Yeah, the bearded duck. But they all seem to get along fine. Mike and Mariah and everything. I mean, although it was there for a very sad situation, didn't seem to be a lot of tension.
They seem like a normal family.
Yeah. And then, of course, we always end with Ethan and Olivia, and he bought her a brand new wedding ring set, because she quote, hasn't worn her original one in a long time because Kim helped pick it out.
And she needed space.
And Kim would help plan their wedding, so they have to have a new wedding.
And here's the thing.
And I'm like,
it was probably free.
What the fuck? What kind of a spoiled princess, entitled? I don't even know what to call you. What is the matter with you, Olivia? This is beyond.
It's not like they got married at the poorhouse.
Go to therapy and quit spending all the man's money. It's all I mean, stop. Yeah. This is not going to make you happy. Your wedding was beautiful, by the way. And you're just an entitled, spoiled
brat.
Karen. I'd said it.
You did not just call her a Karen.
Yes, I
You better
did.
put explicit next to this video.
Oh my.
Anyway, that's how we feel about
And then what really irritated me, to add insult to injury, Olivia says that Ethan is not the type of person to plan and pull off a surprise, and she completely underestimates him sometimes.
He took that as a compliment.
And that's what's sad.
He almost didn't want to catch her either. Remember that? See that? She was leaning and she almost fell over.
Well, they were a little tipsy too.
Yeah, probably.
Well, she said they were drinking champagne. But it's like, everything she says about him is what she wants to change about him.
Yeah.
And every compliment she gives him is a backhanded insult.
No, she starts with a compliment and then it becomes exactly.
And I'm like, poor Ethan.
Yeah.
You know, just gosh.
No, I don't actually feel sorry for him anymore.
You know,
I do not. Ethan, right now at this point in time, is just as bad as Olivia, because he is his own man, has his own brain, has his own body, has his own everything, and he can make up his own mind. And I mean, unless he's just blinded by the chopsticks. That's all I can say. Okay, he's just blinded by those, and nothing else matters right now. But I mean, hopefully he wakes up and he puts her in her place, and he makes up with his family. Hopefully someday.
I hope so. I hope they all just find some healing and, peace between them, because harboring that much anger and ill will towards someone only hurts you.
Especially when your parents went through what they went through with your brother. You especially need to be there for that. I don't care what goes on. Leave Olivia's ass home, all right? And go there and support your family. If you're actually there at the time, you should have done that.
I agree.
You should have been to the cemetery of the family, supporting your mom and dad.
All right, we're going to give Papa this episode too.
Yeah.
You're a winner 2 days in a row, baby.
I wish my fantasy football team was a winner. That would be awesome.
Oh, if only all the teams could win that you love. But
most of them do.
Anyway,
Come on, my fantasy.
Thank you guys for hanging in there with us this episode. We will see you shortly again very soon.
Subscribe.
With season 2, episode 9, the season finale of Welcome to Plathville.
Bye.
Bye.